Okay, good morning, students. Today we will discuss about project infrastructure. Right. The project infrastructure refers to the organization structure, process, tools, techniques, training, and organization puts in place to make projects more successful. That is called as project infrastructure, where the infrastructure refers to the different needs of the organization, right? Organizational structure, that is the buildings, etc. And the process, what are the process we are follow to do the particular project. Tools, what are the tools that are required to do the project. Techniques, what are the different types of techniques we are used. And training, what is the training that is provided to the team members to do the project, right? All these things put in place together to make the project more successful. That is what we call it as project infrastructure, right? See this diagram. The project infrastructure contains different parts like organizational structure, tools, training, techniques, and process. All these are called as project infrastructure. All these points are combined together, we can call it as the project structure, right? Next, let us discuss one by one. First, project infrastructure. Most people have never thought of having a project infrastructure. They might think of having methodologies and templates, but not taken a holistic view of their project infrastructures. Most of the people have never thought of having a project infrastructure, that the people should not have a thought of project infrastructure, right? Just they are thinking only what are the various methodologies we are follow and what are the templates we follow for doing the projects. They don't think about the actual project infrastructures. That means what are the needs that are required for doing the project. They don't know about all these things. Just the project infrastructure means the people are thinking always about the methodologies and templates what we are following for developing the project. That is the only thing. And project infrastructure is about reviewing the whole environment and finding out how to put in place an environment that will work in an integrated manner to support projects. Right? See the second point, the project infrastructure is about reviewing. That means the project infrastructure is nothing but review. What do we review? The whole environment, right? The environment where we are going to do the project. We have to review that environment and finding out how to put in place an environment that will work, right? What do we find out here? Just we have to find out this environment is suitable for doing our project, and to build the project here, is it possible to do all the things in this environment? We have to check the environment, right? And whatever the infrastructure, whatever the needs that are required to do the project, we can place all those things here in this particular environment. Then this environment will work in an integrated manner to support the projects. That is what the project infrastructure is, right? Looking more closely at each area, we can see the following things, right? Infrastructure means you can see the following things. One is organizational structure, second one is process, third one tools, techniques, followed by training, right? So let us discuss one by one. First, we have to discuss about organizational structure. The structure refers to how a team is organized to be most effective. What do you mean by structure? The structure refers, or the structure describes how a team is organized. Already we discussed that a project is nothing but the team of people. Right. Here the structure is, it refers how a team is organized. The team is organized in an efficient and effective manner. And all the team members is assigned with particular activities. They have to do all the activities in time and they will give the output, right? So in this way, how a team is organized to be most effective. That means the work, the activities that are assigned to the team should be done very effective. Understanding what a team is left to do is a good starting point. Is a good starting point. For example, it is an effective use of time and effort for a project manager to update resources requirement, projections, and recruit resources. Right. Here we are taking an example. It is an effective use of time and effort. That means whatever the activity that is assigned to the team members, they should complete that activity within the stipulated time. That is the effective usage of time and effort. Effort means uh, the efforts put for completing that particular activity, right? Effect for a project manager to update the resources requirements, right? We need to do the project. We need some requirements, right? We need some resources like manpower, equipments, technologies, etc. Right? To update the resources requirements and projections and recruit the resources. Suppose we want to recruit the resources, we can do it. We can recruit the resources by using all these things. We can do the project. Perhaps it is more effective for a project coordinator working across several projects to undertake this task. Right? It is more effective for a project coordinator. Right? Who is the project coordinator here? The project manager is the project coordinator. He is working more effective across several projects to undertake this particular task. This is called organizational structure. Second one is processes. A project management process is not a collection of templates. Project management process means it is not a collection of templates. Then what do you mean by templates? The templates are nothing but the standard formats which contains different fields, right? We don't think that the process is nothing but it is not a collection of templates. It is more than that. The templates are the output of processes. What do you call the templates? The templates are nothing but the output of the processes. If you are doing a risk assessment, you should not start off with the template and fill it. Suppose if we are doing risk assessment, that means assessment means judging something, right? We should not start off with template because it is difficult to one, right? And fill it out. You start off by understanding what is involving in carry out a risk assessment. Just we can start it only through by understanding what is involved in carry out a risk assessment. What do you involve? What do we carry out to find out the risk assessment? For that, what we require, we have to understand that. Next, you understand the techniques to generate a list of risks. That means we have to understand a particular technique. Which technique is used to generate the list of all the risks that are involved in the particular project. We have to understand the technique very clear. Then only we can generate the list of risks that are happen in the project. Then next, you understand what should be involved, who should be involved. That means when the risk arises, we have to understand who should be involved to fix the bugs, to fix the risk, right? And next one, you understand rating risk for impact and probability, right? That means we have to understand the severity of the risk, how much rating we are given for the risk, what is the impact and probability of the particular risk. We have to understand all these things, right? After you put all this together into a process, you end up with the information that finds its way into a template, right? This is what happening in the processes. Next one is tools. I have seen organizations with a number of tools to do the same job. Generally, you are seeing in every organization, the organization can use the same number of tools to do the same job again and again. for doing the same job, they are using different number of tools. Almost certainly this will result in problems. To do a particular job, we are using different number of tools, definitely we can get a problem within the result, right? For example, one organization used both Artemis and Microsoft project to create schedules. Here in this example, we considered an organization. Here the organization have to create the schedules. So in order to create the schedules, they are used two tools. One is Artemis and Microsoft project. Both are the tools which are used for creating the schedules. Those with project could not integrate with the Artemis schedules. That means the project could not integrate with Artemis schedules. They did not even have access to Artemis. That means the organization did not have even access. They don't have access the Artemis. There were lots of list of dependencies maintained manually in spreadsheets. That means to do a particular task or to do a particular job, we can use a tool, and we should not use number of tools to do the same job again and again. Due to that, it leads some problems in the result, right? And next, having a consistent set of tools is the fundamental to the creation of project infrastructure, right? Whatever the tool it is, it should be consistent. The set of tools are consistent, right? And it is the basic fundamental to the creation of a project infrastructure. The tools may include different tools like scheduling tools, risk and issue management tools, financial management tools, document management tools, action item management tools, databases for recording anything from benefits to progress reporting to resources, etc. All these are the different tools that we have, right? And next one is techniques. The techniques are the common reusable process that an organization develops. What do we mean by techniques? Techniques are the common and reusable process. That means the process that can be used for several times again and again. That is called as a reusable process that an organization develops or that an organization subscribes, right? That is called a technique. For example, an organization may use JAD sessions. What do you mean by JAD? JAD stands for Joint Application Development. What do you mean by Joint Application Development? JAD is a process which is used to collect the business requirements while developing a new information systems for a company. Right? JAD means it is just a process. What is this process will do? This process is used to collect business requirements. What are the requirements that are needed for, right? That are needed. We have to collect all those business requirements while developing a new project or new system for a company. That is called as JAD session. That is Joint Application Development. There are a number of techniques around JAD that need to be applied in consistent way, right? We're following the JAD. For this JAD also there are a number of techniques around the JAD we need, that need to be applied in consistent way. That is in standard format way. The people should be trained to apply the techniques and participants will become familiar with the techniques. The people should be trained. That means the team members, the people in the team should be trained properly in order to apply all these techniques. And the participants will become familiar with the techniques. Once the team members or the people can undergone through this particular training to apply the techniques, automatically all the people in the team should be familiar with the particular techniques. They know how to apply all these techniques in the real scenario, right? So this way we can give the training session to apply the particular techniques here. And last one is training. Communication does not take place by osmosis. There needs to be training program in place to communicate the way in which the project should be undertaken. Right. Training means we have to provide particular training to the people who are involved in the particular project. We have to give the training. There needs to be training program in place to communicate the way in which the project should be undertaken. Right. Who are the people that are involved in this particular project? We have to provide training and communicate the way in which the project should be handled. Right. We have to communicate in which way, in which process, right, in which strategy we are following for developing the particular project. Right. We have to communicate all these things with the team members. The training will likely range from classroom to CBT, that is computer based training. Right. The training will give in different ranges from classroom to computer based training. And basically start the training with the classroom. After that the training levels are changed. At the last we can give the provide training on computer based, right, that is called as a CBT, computer based training, to one-on-one for new project managers. Right. The training will be given at different levels, starting with the classroom level to computer based training. The training should not end at project managers. Right. The training should not end at project managers. It is not sufficient to provide training only to the project managers, because the project is not doing only with the particular project manager. It is doing by all the team members. So that training should be provided for all the team members who are going to involve in this particular project. It is important that the project participants also receive training. Right. Participants means those who are involved in the development of that particular project. Those are nothing but the team members. They also receive training so that they can understand how the project will be managed. Right. That means the team members should provide the team members should provide training. Then only they can understand how the project will be managed, how the project will be developed further, and what they are expecting to contribute. Then only they can understand, they can realize when they are undergone through the particular training program. Right. This is about the training. So this is about the project infrastructure. All these are the different tasks that are involved in the project infrastructure. Right. Okay, this is the end of this particular session. We'll discuss the next class in the next session. Okay, thank you.